I think there's been such a tremendous shift, especially, in recent years, but more so than ever, because there are so many more AI tools out there for recruiting that you can embed in various parts in the process. And I think it can be very beneficial. It can also create a lot of noise.
Welcome to the Growth Experts podcast. I'm your host, Derek Collin. Today we have a special guest, Rachel Blanton. She is the founder and CEO of Ignite Talent Co. How are you, Rachel?
I am great. Thank you so much for having me, Derek.
Yeah, it's a pleasure. Welcome to the show. So I wanted to, if you could tell us a little bit about your background, can you share a bit about your role and how it fits into the bigger picture over at Ignite Talent Co.?
Absolutely. So I have 25 plus years in corporate talent acquisition and recruiting. Started my days in the UK, and then I relocated to the United States of America about 16 years ago. And so I've developed my career over here in Dallas, Texas, worked for a number of global consumer brands, building out talent acquisition infrastructure and teams. And then in 2025, I decided to pivot and start my own business. There is such a great need for fractional expertise. More and more companies are running lean, agile teams, and recruiting isn't always a consistent need. So fractional is a really great solution to that, where you can bring in a fractional talent acquisition leader to build infrastructure, strategies, and really fill the gaps and the immediate needs that the company needs. And it's on a part-time basis, and then we're done. And hopefully we leave you in a better place than when we started. But that is my company, and I have a team of fractional experts that I place into those opportunities.
Awesome. That's awesome. So what does a typical day look like for you, Rachel?
Oh, a typical day for me is definitely outreach. I'm in the early stages of my business, so gaining more visibility, gaining traction, building relationships is incredibly important in any business. So really connecting with people, offering our services as a really great solution to their business needs. So my day is building those relationships, gaining sort of visibility, but I also am building out a community for my recruiting experts in my organization. So we do monthly workshops where I invite vendors and industry leaders to come in. So it's really, really important to me that all of us stay wickedly sharp and savvy around talent acquisition and recruiting, because it's changing all the time, especially with AI and things like that. So it's really important to me that we're constantly evolving and moving with the times. So my time is slightly split, but definitely it's business development right now, as well as building out a great community.
That's awesome. And you discussed AI in terms of trends, and I'm just curious, what major shifts are you seeing in your industry right now?
I think there's been such a tremendous shift, especially, in recent years, but more so than ever, because there are so many more AI tools out there for recruiting that you can embed in various parts in the process. I think it can be very beneficial. It can also create a lot of noise. If that's a little spacey there. I think what we're seeing is AI is such a fantastic tool that can really aid us in the process. But like I say, it's also creating quite a lot of noise too when it comes to fake candidates, and like people are interviewing and they don't know if they're interviewing with a human or with a bot. And I think if it's done right, that can be okay. But I don't think AI should replace a lot of the human connection. And recruiting is all about human connection. We want to hire great talent that's really connected to the business and the mission, and so having that relationship, building throughout the process is very, very important.
Definitely. It's important to make sure you build strong relationships and kind of move out of the transactional phase. I see a lot of executive search firms and staffing agencies in positions like yours that are moving into more of a relationship building. What can we do to make sure that we provide quality service versus the transaction? So that's always a good thing. And how has AI, in terms of that trend or disruptive space and certain tech technological advancements that are kind of being put out so rapidly, especially this year and going into next year, how has that trend impacted your business or growth strategy?
I think how it's impacted sort of the growth strategy is there are just too many options. You know, everybody wants me to use, say, various tools, and actually I just need to keep it
Hmm.
simple. Again, I think AI is very, very helpful. It aids us in the process, but I don't think it should
Hmm.
replace certain elements within the
Yeah.
process. And so I think there are just too many options, quite honestly. I think what's really, really important for anybody selecting any AI tool to assist them is to find a tool that really, really understands recruiting. A lot of tools that are coming out are developed by fantastic, technical, knowledgeable people, but actually haven't actually worked in recruiting before. So they don't really understand perhaps a lot of those nuances. And so, again, I think it can be very, very beneficial when it comes to efficient processes, but not to replace the human element. So I would just say if you are looking for those tools, make sure it's a tool that really understands, recruiting and where is it really going to enhance you and not
Yeah,
hinder you.
definitely. It's all about enhancing your career with any tool, even, if you're using a DocuSign, right? Or something's very simple. If it helps, speed up time, then that's always, a good thing because time can be your enemy, especially when you're racing against the clock and you're looking to fill a specific mandate, or you have retained clients and you want to make sure you get those roles filled in less than 45 days or sooner. So AI or different technologies should enhance your career, not necessarily take away from it, but there's always got to be that human intervention, if you will, if that makes sense.
Well, and speed is very important, but so is
Hmm.
efficiency. And actually, if you go too fast and then you make mistakes, then you've got to slow down and do it all over again. So actually, you've got to get the right balance between speed and quality. And so when you've got these AI tools for
Hmm.
job seekers, and it's been a very tough market, as we all know. And so when you're using AI tools to say blast your
Hmm.
resumes out to hundreds of jobs, unfortunately, that's not always
Yeah.
quality because these roles aren't necessarily the right ones for
Yeah.
you. So I would recommend it's better to slow down and use a tool that help you like really pinpoint and focus on your job search, but not necessarily blast, because that's not actually necessarily going to help you find a job quicker or the
Yeah.
right
Yeah,
job.
definitely. So as a business owner, how has speed helped your business? How has speed been able to help you improve in terms of risk? Did you take massive action? You're from originally from London, moving into the US. Did speed help you move quickly in the process of success and building out your company?
I love this question. I'm certainly not scared of taking action. You're right. I packed up my life in London with 2 suitcases and moved to the States in 2009. And then I was very blessed and fortunate to join a fantastic company where I really grew my career for sort of 9 years and met some wonderful people. But I think my genuine sort of just passion and tenacity for great hiring and hiring great talent is just innate in me. And so when I pivoted into my business, the good thing is I've got 20 odd years I can bring with me. I'm not starting from scratch. So I've got the foundation, but then it's just a question of, okay, what don't I know? And there's a lot of components to starting a business that I don't know. So I surround myself with people. And talking about speed, I quickly identified who are the great people that I need to get in the room
Hmm.
with. And we talk about human connection and community, and I've really embraced myself into a lot of different communities. Over the past year, I've met some of truly the most amazing people, and I'm so grateful for them. But speed was just making a decision and run with
Yeah.
it. So I got in the room. I thought, who do I need to learn for? What don't I know? Then I need to learn it. So I need you, and I need to learn from you. And so because I don't claim to know everything. I've got the foundations of recruiting, but I don't have the foundations of a business, and I'm getting there. So I think I think you've just got to move, just take action, just keep
Yeah,
moving.
definitely. Speed is usually the best tool when, starting a company, because you got so much competition, especially in an age where everyone's vying for your attention and there's so much
Mm.
going on. You got to move quickly in some cases, not all cases, but you got to move quickly and kind of strike when the iron is hot. So yeah,
Absolutely, because we are in a very sort of
mhm.
saturated world. I mean, I think there's I think there's very few sort of industries or anything that really isn't saturated. So you're absolutely right. You've got to move quickly, but you've also really got to, stand out with sort of like how are you different in this market
Exactly. Yeah.
today?
You have to have a UVP, a unique value proposition, initial value
Mhm.
proposition, all the propositions, and you got to be able to solve the problem in the marketplace and provide a solution. If the solution is similar to your competition and you're competing for market share, then, are you more relationship prone versus transactional, and the communication? And some people may just like you for you and want to work with you. So that could be unique as well.
Right.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, definitely. So, where do you want Ignite Talent Co. to be in 6 to 12 months from now?
Oh, 6 to 12 months from now, I would just to see the impact on business
Hmm.
and candidates is where I want to be in 6 to 12 months time, where we have clients that really recognize that our solution has
Hmm.
been great for their business. So we've come in, we've either managed full lifecycle recruiting, or we've put infrastructure, an ATS or a strategy in place, and have really enabled that company to go to the
Hmm.
next level. That is my goal. That is what I want to accomplish. And I've got these amazing, talent acquisition, fractional experts that can do great work. And so we really offer that white glove service. We're truly an extension to them. So in
Hmm.
6 to 12 months time, if I've got several clients that have really benefited from our solution, from our partnerships, that would be absolutely incredible. And then of course, if they're repeat clients,
Hmm.
that would be even better. So for me, it's all about impact, really seeing great impact on people and business.
So, Rachel, it looks like you're, looking to scale and increase the business in terms of business development and growth. That's really good. Awesome.
Absolutely. And
Yeah.
obviously, being English, I can leave the country, but you can't take England out of me. And so I do actually have fantastic recruiting experts over in Europe. And so my goal would definitely to expand globally. Probably not right now, but maybe sort of within a year or so. So that's what I'm looking for.
Awesome. So yeah, you mentioned that your goal is to expand the business globally. If you had a magic wand to fix one thing, just one thing in your business that's holding you back or slowing you down, what would that one thing be?
I need to hire a team. Listen, AI is amazing, and do I use it every day to really help me? Absolutely. But definitely, I'm not an octopus. And so
Mhm.
I certainly will be hiring this year, a couple of folks. And so I'm really excited about that. But I think that will really help me sort of get out a lot of the weeds and
Mhm.
really help sort of scale a bit more quickly.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. So when are you looking to do that?
I'll be looking to do that by the summer, within the next 6 months for sure.
Okay. Are you going to bring on like two recruiters, one, or do you have like an idea of how many you're looking to staff or?
Well, I think in terms of permanent headcount, I'll be looking at two. I definitely need somebody sort of, operationally driven, and also sort of a marketing expert. That's not my expertise. And then, of course, I've got, wonderful fractional, recruiters there. So, and as I continue to build out the community, I will need some support there. But I think I will definitely be starting with an operations manager to really help me scale, because it's a startup business.
Yeah,
That
definitely.
would be
That's
my
awesome.
first hire.
That's really good. So yeah, I mean, tell us, what type of requisitions do you typically place? What's your client occupation? Are you in IT, law firms? Can you give us an idea of type of clients you work with and the type of placements?
Yeah, absolutely. So our clients range across multiple industries, and the the fractional recruiters I have like on the bench all come from various industries and expertise, which is amazing. So we can really service across a spectrum. Definitely a lot of tech hiring. So we have wonderful very seasoned, tech recruiting leaders in, SaaS, fintech,
Hmm.
engineering, AI engineering, which is very, very hot right now. So
Yeah.
definitely there's a lot of concentrated hiring in the engineering and the AI space
Hmm.
across, different industries, but also including manufacturing, where there's a lot of hiring needs in manufacturing right now and consumer brands. So industries kind of agnostic, but definitely very sort of concentrated in the tech space in terms of like functional expertise.
Awesome. That's really good. So you work with a wide range, but tech, you're right, and AI engineering is a huge trend right now. Well, it's not really a trend; it's a fact that people are hiring rapidly, and AI is expanding. But it
Absolutely.
is yeah,
Stay.
but yeah, that's really good. That's really good. So thank you so much, Rachel, for joining us on the Growth Experts podcast. For those of you who want to check Rachel out, she is Rachel Blanton. She's located on LinkedIn if you want to add her or follow her on her LinkedIn account and profile. I will put the link to her website in the description below. And you can also see it scrolling below. That is her website, which is ignitetalentco.com. Thank you, Rachel.
Thank you, Derek. You take care.
Take care.